Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. And yes, I did say weekly updates. The weekly updates have returned this week. And for those of you who are still locked out, keep in mind tomorrow is actually the rollout of the count restoration, so you're not going to be missing too much. And Jagex does have a plan in mind to actually compensate for the time missed during this event. However, I would say their biggest thing that you're going to be missing out is the tokens that you can gain per day, because you can get 5k tokens per day. So that's going to be the thing that more than likely you would be compensated on missing out on for the festival anyway. There's other stuff for the time missed, but that's just the festival part. So it does say that, you know, all players who will be compensated who can't participate due to the lockout. So it started today, and it will be lasting until April 11th. All you have to do is head south of the Archaeology Guild, and I will actually show you guys right now where you actually have to head if you don't have the Archaeology log to be able to teleport, basically straight to it. Go towards everybody's favorite dark wizards right here, and just head east from there, east of the Varrock Lodestone, and you'll come up on it pretty quickly. Now, I will say, keep in mind, this is probably going to be an area where some people do lag a bit, whether it's through your internet or your computer itself, because there is going to be a lot of people here, there's going to be a lot of bloom here, and it currently does not force people to put away their pets. So that's actually something to kind of keep in mind. Pets are not enforced to be gone. Now, for the thing I am doing currently, there is two options of what you can do. You can either do agility or prayer. If for whatever reason you don't want any XP, you can just toggle off combat XP, and then you won't get any prayer XP. But if you have prayer highlighted, you're going to get prayer. If you have agility highlighted, you're going to get agility. Kind of one of the two. Over here we have the Cauldrons. Here, of course, you have your herb lore or cooking. Again, it's one of the two. You can talk to the Tree of Balance up here to get some information as to the different butterflies across Gillinor. They don't say exactly what the rewards are for this, so it could just be pure XP the whole way up for this. So, but see, this is also a global thing. Altogether, he currently has, as the time is making this video, is 565,112. Zero. I have 0 butterflies. Yes, I am aware. But so there's those two things. You have a couple of the Crux Equal knights standing around watching things. Kind of cool armor set. Kind of nature / white knight type theme to them. Over here we have, actually, I think it's kind of a first, but we have Fletching going on here. But you can get crafting XP as well, but there is Fletching. Of course, there is a temporary bank right here, and you can actually open the shop here with Therix. And you can get the different titles, you can get different outfits. There is actually a total of 2 different outfits. So that's actually pretty cool. There is consumables, but do keep in mind, Ironman counts. Probably not a good idea to get these. However, there is actually something here for Yak Track people, Ironman people. There's actually Yak Track skip tasks, and there's actually 2 mystery boxes. Now, I will do you guys a favor. I will actually buy one of these when it comes to, and I will provide information down below in the description of whether or not you can actually, if it's actually worth it for an Ironman account. Now, you can claim stuff from him, and I just claimed, and I got 200 spring tokens, so that's not too bad. I mean, it's not absolutely fantastic, but it's not too bad, you know? Alright, yeah, so you can actually right-click on him and get your different spring tokens. And as you can see here, if you right-click, this is actually more in depth as to the butterflies. So, as time goes on, you can get an area buff of XP of plus 2%, a daily yellow butterfly catch limit plus 5, then there's more XP, there's more spring tokens, more XP, green butterfly catch limit plus 5, XP, more spring tokens, and more XP boost. You can also just teleport straight to the event via the event community area, and it'll actually teleport you right to about where I was standing. So, kind of something to keep in mind. There is multiple ways of getting there, but that's probably going to be the easiest, fastest way. Of course, walking here is not going to be the most efficient of ways to travel here. So back into this, we went over the skilling, different skilling nodes here. These are the 3 stations. You can get some XP. Of course, if you're a regular account, you get more XP. If you're an Ironman account, you do get reduced. It's pretty typical. Honestly, by now, I'm pretty sure we all expect that. So the rewards, we already went over the rewards. We got 2 new outfits, and then you also have the Invoke Spring emote and all the Flutter title. So do check those out if you have the chance and if you'd like to. But again, they want to reinforce it. Keep in mind, if you are locked out currently, you will be rewarded, compensated. And it even does say here they'll still provide spring tokens or the event items themselves, depending on when you're able to access the game. So just keep that in mind. And it does say there might be something else going on this week because of April 1st is going to be this week, so keep that in mind. Pymas is the next thing on the list. Pi Day is a bit behind us now, but we promised you combat updates, so don't worry, they are in the patch notes, and one of them is pretty big if you ask me, and it has to deal with the area loot interface. Ooh, I love it. I know that sounded weird. Also, Premier Club. If you have Premier Club this month, well, when you log in April 1st or beyond, as long as you log in within April, you get 1,000 Oddments, a variety pack, a small knowledge bomb, so be sure to check that out. Now, as far as community goes, we have the Creator Corner, RuneTube. It is part 1 of 3 short films. Do check it out. I highly recommend it. It is from the Book of RS, and then some awesome art here. We have a Curbiculu Rex. I actually recognized it because I think it's the only one that's like yellowish. It is from Oralis. So it's actually kind of cute and fearsome at the same time. Kind of has the little cutesy eyes with the dangerous fangs and claws. Escaper screenshots. We have a nice one right here. Right in the snow, jumping in the air. With a nice skybox to touch. That was by Plegos. And we have one here by Matthew, using his cane, standing strong at the Grand Exchange. We have another one here by Sergeant Viper 777. That is actually pretty cool. I've never seen somebody use that kind of filter and skybox combo in the Elven City. Interesting screenshots, guys. Alright, but also don't forget about the Pink Skirts event. So, this weekend, Princess Ray, who will be eagerly awaiting your questions, find out more about the Pink Skirts, how to help, and chat all things RuneScape, and join in the fun Saturday, April 3rd, 2300 to 2359 at Varrock West Bank on World 3. They do have their own official page, so all you gotta do is go to RS, go into the community for the latest update news, and go to their page. The official link is right here. Community shout out goes to the Diversity Discord. Is an exclusive space where you can discuss all things RuneScape and beyond with people from all sorts of backgrounds. And trying to make things more diverse and more friendly for all, if you will. Patch notes, this is probably something a lot of people are a little excited for. Pymas combat changes. So improvements are the loot area loot interface now no longer closes when walking around, periodically updates while walking around, and when NPC drops loots. That's both very nice. Closes itself after moving 10 tiles since its last update. So you can now actually move a little bit and not have to worry about it closing. Auto Retaliate is no longer disabled while area loot interface is open. That's another good thing. A new unlock is available from War's Retreat, which will reset ability cooldowns when using the Altar of War. Players are no longer able to use Zera's Godsword special attack if a different one is already active. Revolution Combat Mode will now fire off abilities much more consistently after channeled ability use, bringing it more in line with the full manual mode. You can now adjust the size of the buff and debuff bar icons on desktop. Dragon Breath will now prioritize your main target before performing the usual AoE. Fixes is the ingenuity of the human. Ingenuity of the human is no longer triggered by non-combat, non-ability attacks. Sorry. The Needle Strike buff will now apply to the targeted enemy and last for the correct length of time. It can no longer be reapplied by switching targets. The time you can perform an ability after using Snipe is now correct. The Quick Prayer menu will now show available presets more consistently. The Check Charges option in the filtered chat during a combat will no longer spam the chat box when pressed or held for a gear that's already equipped on the action bar. This doesn't apply to the first message, but to all further messages within a short time. The Crackling perk now triggers on the next attack after the cooldown ends, rather than intermediately. And that got really loud, so let's just close that out for now, guys. So, the engine updates are various improvements have been made for the point lights. Switching app or locking your phone in certain circumstances will no longer cause freezing or crashes when on the Galaxy S20 or Galaxy Note 20 devices. New mobile app icon. Okay, and also the UI, the login screen has reverted to its previous look. The temporarily mute this player button no longer overlaps with the cancel button on the report player pop-up within the lobby. Added functionality to the mobile lobby screen so that the device back button will toggle the display of the side panel. The term of use screen has been a bit refreshed on mobile. Various small tweaks, fixes, and improvements. Added various close buttons to pop up in the login screen. Yak track fixes. So it was hot fixed that the Yak to the Basics splash screen and tutorial no longer pops up every time whenever you open up Yak track. And Tier 22 Task A now shows the correct options for smithing. Other is the improvements. Premier Club monthly drops now feature new and improved messaging. The Ironman plaque in Edgeville has been updated to include Bix achievements of the Insane Reaper title. Congratulations, and seriously, congratulations, dude. Vaneka has left a helpful note in his previous location to point players towards his new one, which, if you're not familiar, is actually in Edgeville. Fixes the overlay interface that appears when entering an incorrect password on login now has a close button, as expected. The achievement of the Vault of Shadows mini quest has been corrected. Fix the typo in Pado Menace dialogue during the Azandra's quest. Changing your spellbook using a spellbook swap spell or otherwise is now more responsive. And that's actually it, guys. That's it for this week's updates for now. Keep in mind there is going to be more stuff come April 1st. And also, I kind of want to point something out, and I want to get your guys' kind of opinion on this. So we all know by now, and this is kind of a spoiler too, so anybody who doesn't want a spoiler for the quest in RuneScape, please go ahead and just close out. But this is a spoiler for the World Wakes quest. So, bye to those folks, but if you're still here, that means there's a little bit of something I want to discuss with you guys. So, as we all know, Guthix has died. Sliske has killed him. But that just means that, he basically went into the divine juices, if you will, of Gielinor. So ever since then, we've had divination, and well, that's why we even have divination, is because of Guthix dying. Now, with that being said, the great tree that is actually at the kind of the focus of this event looks a lot like Guthix. So, could this be a hint that they might return Guthix just in a new form? That he didn't technically die, he converted enough of his essence into the, divination pool, whatever that is, to be able to reincarnate himself as a tree, which would actually be very fitting of Guthix. So, let me know what you guys think. I kind of wanted to throw that theory out there. But that's actually going to do it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.